Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're setting our sights on Seminole County, Florida. It's a real estate market that seems, well, really dynamic right now. Lots of opportunities.
Absolutely, it's buzzing.
And our focus for this deep dive, homes with recent price reductions. We're looking at the data as of July 11th, 2025. And the number is pretty striking. 272 properties currently listed with reductions. That's quite a few.
It really is. It signals something's definitely shifting.
So our mission today, using insights from the Homes in Orlando team and Brendan Rendo, is basically to pull out the key info for you. We want to help you understand why this market might be a buyer's advantage right now and, how you can navigate it effectively.
Get the most out of it.
Exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
let's unpack this.
So yeah, what we're seeing in Seminole County, this July 2025, it really does look like a clear buyer's advantage.
Okay, why? What's driving that?
While sellers are motivated, that's the bottom line. They're adjusting prices, trying to attract those serious offers. It just shows how dynamic the market is right now.
Right. And it's not just about the price tag itself, is it? Are there other signs, other things buyers should look for that give them an edge?
Oh, definitely. A big one is days on market, or DOM. You really need to watch that.
All right, the DOM.
Yeah. The data we looked at shows listings with longer DOM, and that can range from just 1 day up to, believe it or not, over 500 days.
Wow, 500 days.
Yeah, it happens. But those longer DOM listings often mean the sellers are, much more open to negotiation. If a home's been sitting, say, maybe 90 days, 100 days plus, that's often a signal for a buyer. Leverage.
Okay, so knowing that history, not just the current price, gives you some real power. Who really benefits most in this kind of situation? Is it first-time buyers, investors?
It's actually pretty broad. First-time buyers, definitely lower entry costs, getting into home ownership maybe sooner than they thought.
Makes sense.
Then you've got growing families. They might find those larger homes, maybe even with some modern upgrades already done, suddenly fitting into their budget because of these reductions. And investors.
Right.
We're seeing potential in condos and townhouses, especially in those high-demand rental areas. The numbers on some of these reduced properties, when you look at potential rent, they look pretty strong for long-term value.
So opportunities across the board. But if the deals are that good, does that mean you have to move super fast? Or are they just getting snapped up?
They are moving, yes. Acting quickly is important. You can't just sit back and wait forever.
Right.
Because, it's Seminole County, right?
Yeah.
It's got that great location near Orlando, top-rated schools everyone talks about, parks, things to do.
Always desirable.
Exactly. So, yeah, these price-reduced homes, once they hit that sweet spot price-wise, they generally don't hang around for long.
So it's kind of a dual benefit then. You get the immediate savings, maybe a lower price, but you're also positioning yourself for future growth.
That's precisely it. You buy now, you get that potential saving up front, and you're set up to build equity as the market inevitably stabilizes and likely appreciates over time. It's about that long-term value play in a really solid area.
Okay, we've painted the picture, the general landscape, but this is the deep dive. So let's get into the specifics, the numbers, because that's where you really see the story, right?
Right. That's where it gets really interesting. So we looked at recent MLS data, the multiple listing service agents use.
The main database.
Yeah. And it shows some clear differences in average price drops depending on the property type. Condominiums, they're leading the pack. Average reduction is 4.09%.
4%, okay. That's quite a bit for an average. Why condos, do you think?
Could be a few things. Maybe higher turnover, maybe investors adjusting portfolios more quickly. It does suggest they might be, ripe for a faster purchase if you're ready.
Interesting. What about townhouses and single-family homes?
Townhouses are also seeing pretty decent drops, averaging 3.10% off. Single-family homes, a bit less steep on average, but still significant at 2.41% reduction. Still very helpful for buyers.
Those are compelling averages. But do they hold true across all price points? Is a starter home seeing the same percentage drop as a $1 million luxury place?
No, there are definitely differences there. The dynamics shift. So homes under $300,000, they're showing average reductions of about 3.50%.
Yeah.
Then you get into that middle range, say $300,000 to $500,000. The average drop is a bit lower, around 2.29%.
Right.
And then luxury homes, those over $500,000, they're averaging cuts of 2.54%. And this is where it gets wild. What's fascinating here is some of those high-end luxury listings, they've been slashed by, get this, as much as 29.43%.
89%. Seriously.
Seriously. Now, that's an outlier, for sure, not the average, but it shows some serious motivation at the very top end in specific cases.
Wow. That's a huge cut. Must be some story behind those listings.
You'd imagine so. But overall, these trends, they just scream opportunity for buyers who know what they're looking for and how to find value in Seminole County. Different segments offer different savings levels.
Absolutely fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make this even more real for people. Let's connect these trends to actual places. Can we spotlight some specific neighborhoods where these deals are more common right now?
Yeah, definitely. As of, mid-July 2025, several spots stand out. Altamonte Springs is one, some urban convenience there.
Right, those are in?
Exactly. Condos and townhouses there are averaging about 3% price drops, so pretty good for, say, young professionals maybe wanting an easier commute.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What about families? Where are they seeing good deals?
Oviedo comes to mind immediately. It's famous for its great schools, very family-friendly vibe.
Yep, hear that a lot.
And their single-family homes are seeing around 2.5% reductions on average, so really appealing if schools are your top priority.
Okay, Oviedo for families. Any other hotspots?
How about Sanford? It's got that mix, historic charm, but also new growth happening.
Cool downtown area.
Right. And we're seeing homes there with cuts up to 4% in some cases. So that could be ideal if you're maybe a bit more budget conscious but still want character in your neighborhood.
Good option. Keep going.
Okay. Winter Springs. Known for its parks, trails, more of a serene feel maybe.
Lots of green space.
Yeah. Townhouses and single-family homes there are seeing about 3.2% average drops. We see families really drawn to that outdoor lifestyle it offers.
Okay. And what about the higher end? You mentioned Lake Mary earlier.
Yes, Lake Mary. It's definitely a hub for tech jobs, more luxury-oriented. And even there, maybe especially there right now, high-end properties are showing reductions, sometimes as high as 5%, or even more, like we discussed with those outliers.
So even in Lake Mary, there are deals to be had.
Absolutely. We've seen some impressive deals recently that maybe open that area up to buyers who thought it was out of reach. So yeah, across these different areas, Seminole County is really showing itself as a hot spot for finding value right now. Helps you picture where you might fit in, right?
Definitely helps paint a clearer picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so the opportunities are there. The locations are identified. But for someone listening, maybe thinking, okay, I'm ready. What are the actual steps? How do you make sure you capitalize on this market correctly?
Right. It's not just about finding a reduced price, it's about making a smart move. The local experts we consulted, the Homes in Orlando team, and Brendan Rendo, they boil it down to 5 essential tips.
Okay, let's hear them. Tip number 1.
First, research the property's history. Critically important. Use that MLS data. Check the original list price, track the price changes, and definitely look at the days on market.
Back to Dom again.
Always. Like we said, longer DOM, maybe over 100 days, often signals a motivated seller. And crucially, compare the current price to similar recently sold properties comps in that specific neighborhood. Is it actually a good deal compared to the market?
Got it. So context is everything. What's tip number 2?
Second, inspect thoroughly. This is vital. A price reduction can be exciting, but sometimes there's a reason.
Like it needs work.
Exactly. It might reflect needed repairs or updates the seller doesn't want to do, so always, always get a professional home inspection, especially if it's an older home, maybe in areas like Sanford or Oviedo with more historic properties.
Right.
And then you need to factor any potential repair costs into your offer. You don't want that discount eaten up by surprise fixes later.
Crucial advice. Avoid those hidden costs. Okay, tip 3.
Number 3, work with a local expert. I know it sounds basic, maybe, but in a dynamic market like this, local knowledge is gold.
Why specifically?
Well, a good local agent understands the real current trends, not just the headlines. They know how to craft an offer that's competitive but fair.
Yeah.
And sometimes they hear about listings before they officially hit the market, especially in sought-after areas like maybe Lake Mary or Winter Springs. They're your navigator.
Makes perfect sense. Local intel is key. What's number 4? You mentioned speed earlier.
Yes. Tip 4 is act quickly but strategically. There's a balance here. Yes, these price-reduced homes attract attention. They can go fast. But don't let the urgency push you into rushing.
So, fast but smart.
Exactly. Review the property's price reduction history. Remember those typical 2% to 4% drops we talked about. See how this one compares. Then submit a bid that's well-researched, reflects the actual market value, and, of course, fits your budget. Swift but not impulsive.
Okay, quick but strategic. And the final tip, number 5.
Number 5 is explore financing options. This is always key, but especially when prices and rates are shifting. Take advantage of current mortgage rates, whatever they may be when you're looking.
Right.
And understand the different loan programs. For example, FHA loans, often great for homes under $300, maybe in Altamont Springs or Sanford because they often have lower down payments. Whereas for those pricier properties, maybe in Lake Mary, a conventional loan might be a better fit, assuming you qualify. It really raises an important question, doesn't it? How can applying these specific strategies truly empower you, the buyer, to navigate this market confidently, to find that home that fits your needs and your budget, and really turn a good deal into a great one?
That really ties it all together. What an incredibly insightful deep dive into Seminole County today. It's clear that, with 272 properties showing recent price drops as of July 11th, 2025,
Yeah, it's a significant number.
and especially with condos leading, averaging over 4% reductions, there are just some really extraordinary opportunities out there for savvy buyers. But it requires that strategic approach, doesn't it? Informed decisions are definitely the key.
Absolutely. And maybe here's something to really think about as we wrap up. Consider the longer game. Think about how these trends, building equity over time, market stabilization in a place people want to live, like Seminole County, how that might make getting in now, maybe slightly below market value, a uniquely powerful move for your future financial growth. It's potentially far more impactful than just the savings you see on day one.
A foundation for tomorrow, built today. Great thought to end on.